Do I want to go back into the blistering heat and be freaking fried? I do not. It's 100 degrees outside. It's crazy. My outfit for the gym today. I think it's so cute.
Hi, you probably just feel that muscle. Yeah, it's a stabilizer in that context.
I got a book yesterday. I'm kind of excited to read it. I haven't read any Stephen King since high school. I used to just pretty much read any book I could find in high school. I read every book that was in my library because I would skip school to go to the library and read books because I was just such a loner kid. So I didn't have any friends, so I would just skip school and go to the library. It's funny though, I had friends when I was in like elementary school and middle school. But at the end of middle school towards high school, I just had no friends. It became really hard for me to have friends. I became like very introverted and shy more than I was before, which is interesting because even before that, even before high school, I had selective mutism. So like in elementary school, I just didn't talk, like hardly ever. But there were a select few people who I would talk to if I was comfortable enough around them. But for the most part, I didn't speak. I even had a teacher who was like, oh, you get an A for being the quietest kid in school, which I thought at the time was like, I totally thought he was serious. Like I did not understand sarcasm, I don't think, but he was really sweet. He was just trying to be like a nice teacher. And he was a man, which is so interesting. He was the only man teacher. I think I had two male teachers, and he was one of the only ones. And he was so sweet, and I liked him a lot. His name is Mr. Bober. But yeah, I had selective mutism in elementary school, and I still managed to have friends. But as I got older, I don't know what it was. I think it was just the trauma that I grew up with, that I became so much more introverted, and I was terrified of people. At that point, I remember being like scared of people because everyone was so mean to me. Like I felt like everybody in my life was mean. Like my own mom was mean to me at the time. So it was really hard when your own mom is like mean to you, you know what I mean? I mean, she wasn't always mean, but she was mean enough that I was traumatized by it. So yeah, once I got to high school, I found it so difficult to have friends that I would sit at the lunch table completely by myself and just like bust out my notebook and read or write. Like I wrote so much like sad girl poetry is what I want to call it. Like very, very sad girl poetry. Like if I busted out my poetry from 9th grade right now, it would be so depressing. Like it would probably just be like suicide core for the most part. Which I know it's not funny, but it's just like, it is what it is. That's just what I was writing at the time. I was just sad. So I wrote a lot of sad poetry, calling it sad girl poetry. So my sister is only a year and a day older than me. Her birthday is January 18th and mine is January 19th. So we have the same birthday. We were treated as twins. So we went to the same school pretty much until my last year of high school. She was a year older than me. So my last year of 8th grade and my last year of high school, I was alone, and it was the worst time of my life. And I actually think that that's why I went downhill for the most part, is because I basically had a twin with me my entire life. And then 8th grade, she was gone, and I was so shy. I still had selective mutism, so I found it really hard to make friends after that point. even with my sister being basically my twin, we fought so much. Like, our house was so volatile that as kids we fought like so much. Even though we were still besties, we loved each other, but we like physically fought. Like, physically were beating each other up because our house was just so insane. But after she left in the 8th grade, I was alone. And then after she left in high school, I was alone. But even in high school, when I had her there, I was still alone because, you know, she was very introverted or extroverted, sorry. So she had a lot of friends, and I had basically none. So it was really hard for me to get along in high school, even with her there, because she was so outgoing and everybody liked her and she was so friendly. And we both played volleyball, but the girls on the volleyball team did not like me. I was good at volleyball, so I was like a very athletic girl, but those girls did not like me. Yeah, those volleyball girls did not like me, so I just had no friends, even though I played a very popular sport and had a very popular sister. I had no friends, so I would skip class because I had so much anxiety about going to class because hell is other people, okay? It's about the examined life. Like, the people, I felt like they were staring at me all the time and that they were like judging me, and they were. It wasn't like I was being crazy. They were making fun of me. Like, they were being so mean to me. They weren't bullying me outright. I could just tell that they were like thinking like, who is this girl? Like, she's always quiet. She never speaks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody from my school, we have known since middle school and elementary school. So these are all the same people that I have known for a long time. So they sort of knew me, but they were like, oh, she's so quiet. Like, she never speaks. She was mute in elementary school, like, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, they felt some type of way about me, but it just made it so uncomfortable for me. So instead of going to class and listening to people behind me, like, whispering or whatever, I would go to the library and I would just read every book that was in the library. And I read some pretty crappy books, like Flowers in the Attic. I read that V.C. Andrews, that was the author. If you guys know, you know. But I read V.C. Andrews' books, and I should not have been reading those books. Like, I don't think that those books are for children. But I read them all. So I would skip class to go to the library and just read books, and I would see all like different classes coming in there and like talking to each other and having friends and stuff. And a lot of times the teacher would be like, oh, hey. I feel like the teachers that would come in there with their classes would like notice that I was alone. And they knew that I was skipping class too. So they'd be like, kind of like, oh, hey, like, are you okay? Like, you're in here by yourself. And I'm like, yeah, I'm chilling. I'm just like, reading books. I'm sure they were like, oh, that's kind of sad. But anyway. Still at 40 years old, I feel like I'm over here skipping class to go to the library because I pretty much only have one really good friend at this point, and that is my partner. I have pretty much no other friends. Like, it's pretty sad, but it's also like, it's sad because I want to have friends. It's not like being alone is not sad. I enjoy being alone. I thoroughly enjoy being alone, actually. But I still like other people. Like, I like people. I want to have friends. And I'm not nearly as shy as people think I am. I'm more reserved than shy. Like, I'm more jaded, I would say. Like, I understand that people are kind of sucky. A lot sucky. I've always thought that people were trash. And every time I say that, my partner's like, no, it's not everybody. I'm like, I know it's not everybody, but like, it's kind of everybody. I don't know. I feel like everybody's kind of trash. And some days I feel much worse like that than I do other days, but my hair is doing something weird. I don't know if I like it. Oh, but even at 40, I still feel like I'm that girl sitting alone at the lunch table. Like, it's kind of annoying. But I try to make friends. I think I'm a good friend. I'm not like painfully awkward or shy like other people are. There are a lot of people who are painfully awkward. They're not even necessarily shy. They're just freaking awkward. I'm not that awkward and I'm not that painfully shy. I just find other people to be disappointing. It's like Daria says, I don't have low self-esteem. I have low esteem for everyone else. And that is absolutely true. I'm not trying to look down on people. It's not that I look down on them at all. I like people. It's just that they're so like self-centered that I have a hard time making friends because it seems like people are kind of only in it for themselves, if that makes sense. I don't know. But sometimes when me and my partner go out, I end up like in the bathroom because it's the only place I feel so overwhelmed by the amount of people that I'm around sometimes. And it's not just that like I'm around a bunch of people, it's that I can walk around the room smiling at people and trying to make friends, and people will be so mean to me. Like they won't smile back at me. They won't talk to me. I feel like other people, especially my partner, can like walk into a room and just go talk to people and they'll talk back. But I feel like when I do that, like I have a hard time just straight up walking into a room and talking to people. But I know how to like get people to talk to me. Like, you know, sometimes just walk around and kind of smile at people, like, hey, like. But I feel like people don't do that back to me. I don't know if it's that I'm like a girl or that I'm black or short or like it could be anything. I feel like I'm very into like psychology and philosophy and stuff like this, but I do feel like there's something to being like a girl, a small girl, a skinny girl, a pretty girl. All of these things that contribute to the fact that people don't want to talk to me. Not that I'm saying like, oh, I'm too pretty, people don't want to talk to me. But being pretty does affect the way that people perceive you. And I'm also quiet and shy, and people perceive that as like stuck up or mean. But I'm not stuck up at all, I swear. I'm just like jaded with humanity at this point. But I actually have a farmer's market date with a friend who I met recently. She was on my volleyball team, and she's the only one that showed up to volleyball like every time. I had pretty much just met this girl. Her name is Reed. But she was really nice, and I felt like she actually wanted to hang out with me. So I'm gonna meet her at the farmer's market today, and we'll see how, hopefully that goes well. I'm finding it very like, I'm a little nervous because hanging out with people one-on-one has always proved to be just a little weird for me. I don't know. But she's nice, so we're already winning. Hopefully it turns out good and we can become friends, and then I'll have plus one friend. Okay, I gotta go. She's waiting for me to talk later. I don't love my hair today, but the fit for the farmer's market. I've worn this to the farmer's market many times because it's extremely hot outside, and this is my only flowy skirt. I have to go buy some more. And this is my favorite butterfly top that Muna bought for me. They picked it out. It's so cute. Okay, let's go. Good, and I'm not sweet enough for you.
You sent the invitation long ago, rejected me so many times. Finally have a friend, please.
Packed today. Jeez. Got some free swag. Yeah, bike. Look at your outfit. We look alike. We're like similar outfits. We went for the same vibe.
It came back. It just not as many vendors as there used to be. Mm-hmm. But that's
okay. How's it taste?
It will be forgotten anyway.
There's this lady on TikTok who just unwraps bars of soap, throws them in a big bin, and like messes with them with ASMR and like just clicks them together, and then throws water on them and then just like mixes them till they're soapy bubbles. And then she keeps mixing them until they're like thick, creamy, like fields of soap. It's the best. I love it. I love soap ASMR. But I hate other kinds of ASMR. I don't know.
Is that what you want me to do? So perfect, like all your little loyal subjects. Sorry, I'm not made of sugar, and I'm not sweet.
I had a really good time hanging out with Reed. She was really easy to talk to. And, oh, I left my freezer open. I just noticed that. Well, she was really easy to talk to. It wasn't, like, awkward and uncomfortable. She was really sweet and really fun. And I felt like we had a lot in common, had a lot to talk about. So hopefully we will stay friends. But I think it's looking good. But I just got out the bath and I'm drinking the rest of my lemonade from the Boca Boba truck from the farmer's market. I never get a drink there, but it was really, 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 really hot. Like, I had only been there for 5 minutes before we got there and I was already sweating. And I was like, oh, this is terrible. And I didn't bring anything to drink and I was like, I'm gonna die if I don't get a drink. So I got a refreshing pea lemonade. I'm not sure what flavor this is, but it was pretty good. I told her to go light on the lemonade, so it kind of tastes like flavored water, but that was what I wanted. It's like refreshing, but not too sweet. Oh my gosh, I need to close my freezer. I'm going to get started on making a t-shirt. I have sort of a new design I'm gonna test out. I already made a couple of the other really cute ones.
The spirit lead me where trust is without board.
One more. Pop that back on there. Push her back in.
Tell me the truth about what's going on in your mind. What were you and bubblegum tacos off when you... What? Lost me.
Hey, you know what time it is? And I raised from the dead. Really? What? Jake? What's going on? What? Ben, did you break your royal promise? Yeah, but, I mean, all the zombies are dead. They can't...
If it does, it's just because it's adjusting these.
I need a new pair of glasses. I need new contacts. I need new clothes. I need a new pair of shoes. That'll be amazing. My shoes broke last week and it was my favorite and pretty much only pair of sneakers, but I have one other pair of shoes and they're just so uncomfortable. I have a pair of boots that I stopped wearing because the shoestrings are broke. I just need to buy new shoestrings for that. That's like not a big deal. I can go to the dollar store and buy that, but it's just frustrating. I don't know. I want to read books and books are like $30 a pop. I'm like, I can't even afford books at this point, which is just sad because like I love books and I want to read, but can't afford any books. So anyway, I sometimes just go to the mall and just like walk around and stuff just to de-stress my brain, knowing I can't really like afford to buy anything, but that's okay. If I really need something, I'll go try to find it at the dollar store or at the thrift store or something. But yeah, today's Sunday. It's kind of stormy a little outside. I need to work today. I'll be working from home on my business today. I need to do a few things for that. I definitely need to clean up, but I don't really feel like cleaning up either. So I don't know. But yeah, I've been feeling really stressed out because I just feel like life is really hard and it's hard for everybody, but everybody's becoming like so much more like scarier and meaner because like life is hard for everybody. So I know it's not just me, but I'm gonna clean today, work from home, and probably just like watch cartoons today. Like, it's a mess back there. I need to take out the trash and just like watch Adventure Time today and just like try to not be stressed out. So yeah, I need to go to the store. I have no food, so I'm gonna go to the grocery store and spend way too much money on one bag of groceries real quick. So if you know, you know. But my hair looks cute today, and you know what? When's a win? So I don't know. The treadmill is broken in my apartment gym also, so I haven't been able to get like steps in as much as I'd like, and that honestly de-stresses me, like working out, but not necessarily lifting weights. I don't feel like lifting weights is like necessarily helps with my stress because it's hard, but walking does, and I haven't been able to walk on the treadmill because it's broken in our gym in our apartment building, so that's good. So sometimes I'll just go to the mall and get my steps in at the mall because at least then I can like walk around. It's also 100 degrees outside, so I can't go outside and just like walk around because it's way too hot. So yeah. Gonna go do a few things outside of the house, mostly get groceries, and yeah, might go to the mall and walk around. I don't know, we'll see about that one. And the coastal waters. Grocery store is packed. The fact that I have to walk an entire city block with groceries is peak annoying. I just been feeling so like down recently, and a lot of times I'll like film when I'm down, but then I don't upload it because I'm like, nobody wants to watch like somebody be sad. But then I think about the fact that every time I am sad, I will like play some sad music and then I feel better. So then I'm like, I like watching people who are sad when I'm sad, and I like listening to sad music when I'm sad. So that must mean that people who are also feeling down will want to watch somebody else who is also down, and then they can be down together. I don't know, but I've been feeling down. I was listening to sad music for like 4 days straight, like the exact same songs for like 4 days straight, and like, oh, surprise me, listens to the same song 100,000 times in a row. I do that, especially if it's like I'm in my feelings and I just need to listen to music. So I've been working today. I went to the grocery store and everything, but when I got home, I was like listening to music on the drive home, and then I got home and I was like, I just need to keep playing music. So I like did all the dishes, put the groceries away, and then laid down on the floor and just like listen to music and look out the window, because that's like normally what I would do. I especially like listening to music in the car, because something about looking out the window and like being outside or looking at the sky when you're like sad and listening to music is like the best thing. So I don't know. I was laying on the floor looking out my gigantic windows, being grateful that I have gigantic windows to look out of, and long gazingly out towards the sky at. Sad poetry girl. But I don't know. I've just been feeling it today, and so, but I did work and I am still working, but I'm just in between working. I'm just kind of laying around and crying to sad music. So anyway, but I guess I'll need to eat some lunch soon. And everybody said they liked my outfit. Today I actually wasn't wearing this shirt. I was wearing a long sleeve shirt, but I had to take it off because it was extremely hot outside. But I'm gonna try to stop listening to sad music now and like watch some cartoons, because that'll probably make me feel a little better. So I'm gonna throw on some cartoons while I work and eat, and then hopefully we'll feel a little bit better and not so sad girl poetry hour. Okay.